UFC has announced the 5 fights that will feature on the UFC 239 main card. UFC 239 is scheduled to take place at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, on Saturday, July 6. The finalized fight card was displayed during Saturday's broadcast of UFC Greenville. Advertisement: the event will be headlined by a light heavyweight championship fight between Jon Jones and Thiago Santos. Advertisement: Jon Jones captured the title in December last year by defeating Alexander Gustafsson by TKO in the 3rd round. He then defended the title successfully against Anthony Smith at UFC 235 in March. Since moving up to the light heavyweight division in September last year, Thiago Santos has already recorded impressive wins over Eric Anders, Jimmy Manuwa, and Jan Blachowicz. After the fall of other top contenders in the division, Santos' 3-fight winning streak was more than enough to earn him a shot at Jones and the title. Advertisement: in the co-main event, women's bantamweight champion Amanda Nunes will be defending her title against Holly Holm. Amanda Nunes returns to the octagon for the first time since taking the women's featherweight title from Cris Cyborg in December 2018. Since winning the bantamweight title from Miesha Tate at UFC 200 in July 2016, Nunes has defended the belt from Ronda Rousey, Valentina Shevchenko, and Raquel Pennington. Despite just one win in the bantamweight division in the past 3 years, Holly Holm will be the one to challenge Nunes at UFC 239. After defeating Beta Correia at UFC Fight Night 111 in Singapore 2 years ago, Holm then returned to the featherweight division where she lost a title fight against Cris Cyborg before earning a unanimous decision win over Megan Anderson. Advertisement: one of the other most anticipated bouts of the event is a welterweight showdown between. That fight will feature just before the 2 title fights. The first of the 2 light heavyweight bouts on the main card will see Jan Blachowicz welcome former UFC middleweight champion Luke Rockhold to the division. Opening the main card will be an exciting welterweight battle between Thiago Sanchez and Michael Chiesa. Although the card ranks as one of the strongest of the year, it could have been even better if not for Francis Ngannou vs. Junior Dos Santos being moved to UFC on ESPN3. Sean O'Malley was also scheduled to fight Marlon Vera at UFC 239, but a failed USADA test led to the Nevada State Athletic Commission disallowing him from competing at the event. See the full UFC 239 fight card below. UFC 239 fight card main card on ESPN: Jon Jones vs. Thiago Santos, UFC Light Heavyweight Championship, Amanda Nunes vs. Holly Holm, UFC Women's Bantamweight Championship, Jorge Masvidal vs. Ben Askren and Jan Blachowicz vs. Luke Rockhold, Diego Sanchez vs. Michael Chiesa prelims, Gilbert Melendez vs. Arnold Allen, Claudia Gadelha vs. Ronda Marcos, Alejandro Perez vs. Song Yadong, Edmund Shabazian vs. Jack Marshman, Ismail Nardieff vs. Chance Rencontre, Julia Avila vs. Melissa Gatto. Jon Jones forecasts fights with Luke Rockhold, Johnny Walker after Thiago Santos. Johnny Walker hopes Jon Jones beats Thiago Santos so that he can defeat him. Eric Anders assesses UFC 239 title fight between Jon Jones and wildcard Thiago Santos. Let's block ads. Why?